Let me say it in French. This is your Port Harcourt. This is your Port Harcourt girl signing out. Je m'appelle Queenie. Je m'appelle Queenie. Hey! Hey! Hi guys, it's your Port Harcourt girl, your PH girly, Queenie's View. Give it up, give it up, give it up. I'm not hearing you. Anyway, guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Queenie's View. It's been so long since I did my intro, cause been away for a while. So the video I uploaded previously is not doing well, guys. You guys should support your girl. Come on, support your girl. Let's go back to the way we used to before, the way you used to view my content, the way you used to comment. Please, guys, go back. I know I ruined our relationship, I know, and I'm sorry. Please, before you watch this video to the end, remember to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Now, where have your girl been all this while? I've been in Benin Republic schooling. Now, from the title of the video, you already know what's up. I am here to tell you, yeah? If you're planning on moving to Benin Republic as a student or as a business person, these are the things you need to know about the country. Let's start. So you can say these are the pros and cons of living in Benin Republic. So let's get started. Anyways, what is Benin Republic Cotonou like? Because Cotonou was the city I was in. What is it like? Now, some of the advantages of living there, yeah? If you're moving there, this video is for you. That country is safe. The country is safe, yeah? It's safe to the extent that you can wake up by 1 a.m., 2 a.m., go out. You go safely and come back safely. Not even with taxi, not even with a car. With a bike. I go to the beach and I stay till 1 a.m., 2 a.m. before I come back. But not alone, usually with someone. So number one is safety. It's safe, yeah? Because their system works to an extent. They don't take shit. If you just do any crime, you're going to jail, you're going to prison. So the place, I've never been pickpocketed, I've never been harassed. Even the men, they respect you. They respect you as a lady. You know how you go to Nigerian market and everybody wants to touch you. They don't do it here. And even if they do it, it's Nigerian men that are doing it. Yes, it's the Nigerian men that are doing it. So it's safe. Number two, there's 24 hours power supply. No cap. 24 hours power supply. If the light should even go now in 5 minutes to come back. So like uninterrupted power supply, all you have to do is buy your lights. Like you usually get a prepaid meter, so you buy your light and you're good to go. Number three, so number one is safety. Number two is 24 hours uninterrupted power supply. Can be interrupted for a few minutes, but you get the drift. Number three, good roads. Their roads are good. Number four is a small city, so there are not too much crowd. Like those kind of crowds that are suffocating. Even if you go to the market, yes, it's crowded, but like compared to Nigeria, it's a small country in fact, Lagos City is bigger than Benin Republic, I can say. So it's small. It's not too jam-packed. It's not too jam-packed. It's not too crowded. It's not too choky. It's calm. It's peaceful. Yes, it's calm. That's another advantage. That's another pro. It's peaceful. They are peaceful. They are peaceful. I don't know if I should call it racism. They can be a bit racist because some of them, not most of them, don't like Nigerians. I don't know. They find us very intimidating. Intimidating is the word, you get. So they don't like us like that, you get. So, but apart from that, so number one is it's safe. Number two, uninterrupted power supply. Number three is what did I say number three was? Good roads. Number 4, it's peaceful. It's peaceful over there. You hardly see all this fighting, quarreling, even between neighbors, between drivers. There are no buses there. There are no taxis like that. So their mode of transportation is bike. Yeah, so but they recently have this online booking like an Uber or Bolt. They call it Gozem. So if you're going to important places, you can book a ride and go. Yes. So I think those are the pros of living there. Those are the advantages of living in Benin Republic. You can live there for years without having any confrontation with anybody, without quarreling with anybody. That's how peaceful it can be. You can live there for years without you arguing with your neighbor. You guys will barely see each other. Everybody's always indoors because light. You get, there's no reason for you to come out and see problem or see trouble. Now let's go to some of the cons of living there, some of the disadvantages. Now disadvantages is I already mentioned it earlier, is racism. Should I call it racism? Because these are two black people, us and them, they are like alike. So I don't think the word is racism, but they have this dislike for Nigerians. I don't know where it's coming from, but they see us as intimidating. I can say that they see us as intimidating, and that's so number 1 is the dislike for Nigerians. Number 2 is what's it called? Language barrier. So the English is not their official language, so communication is going to be hard. Yeah, so they have 3 main languages that I know, which is French. They speak Yoruba. Yoruba is quite popular, and then their native language, which is Fungbe. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that shit right, but it's called Fungbe. So yes, if you don't know how to speak, communication will be hard. Number 3, unavailability of a job. You know how you can work in an English speaking country, you can go to an English speaking country to school and get a side hustle. You can't do that in Benin Republic because language barrier, except Nigerian establishments, which are very few, and most of the times they already have workers. So if you're going there and your side hustle is to get, and your plan to get some money is to have a side job, a side hustle, you need to learn how to speak their language, because language barrier. But if you speak Yoruba, I think you can manage to get a job. I think you can manage to get a job there. Me, I don't know how to speak French, Yoruba, or Fungbe. I don't even understand anyone. The few French I can speak is just to introduce myself, which I'm going to do right now. So let's get into it. Bonjour, mademoiselle ou monsieur. Je m'appelle Queen Wopo. J'ai 30 ans. Je suis nigérienne. J'étudie étudiante à la université la Benin Republic. Oh my, don't dare you. Ça va, comment ça va? Ça va bien. How are you? You know, normal communication thing, normal greeting between friends. You know, welcome, how are you doing? See you later, à plus tard. You know, basic French. That's all I can say. Basic French. Just enough for me to go around. Yes, how to price stuff in the market, how to say their currency, how to talk to bike men, you know, just basic French that got me around. So I'm not much of a language person. I don't even know how to speak my own native dialect, talk more from other countries. I can't. And I love French too. That's the worst thing. I love French and I couldn't learn it, but I can communicate very basic, very basic. Okay, so what are the disadvantages I've mentioned? Number 1 is the dislike for Nigerians. Number 2 was what? What? Remind me now. Am I the only one doing this? Remind me. Number 2 was what? Number 2 was, okay, language barrier. Now, number 3 is I don't know if it's a disadvantage, but it definitely was a disadvantage to me. Unavailability of Nigerian restaurants. Ah, Jesus. Not like there's no market to cook, but you know, like when you want to go out, to eat, they just have like 1 or 2 establishments that I know, which is one Lagos Buka and the other one The other one, their services were so trash. I stopped ordering food from them. So if you're the type that don't know how to cook, especially the men, and you need to eat out, Lagos Buka is to go. Okay, there are other local places like Mama Ima, and one yo Zuburu, Abi one yo Zuburu. All those local places, they are there, but their food is just, all of them I've tasted. Mama Ima was just okay. The hype I got, it was just okay. The rest was just trash, complete trash. Sure, if you don't know how to cook, you have to learn how to cook, because you waste your money eating rubbish. You can't even eat their own food because their food is so different. I don't know the spices they use. I could never taste their food. I can't. I just could eat small snacks, but I could never eat their food. I tried. It's just, I cannot come here and condemn people's traditional food, but it wasn't it for me. So yeah, that is a disadvantage for those of you that don't know how to cook. Because if you go to my TikTok, which I'm going to be placing in my socials, in fact, don't forget to follow me on my socials at Instagram at Simple Queenie, TikTok at Simple_Queenie, and Twitter at Anyway, don't forget to follow me on my socials at Instagram at Simple Queenie, TikTok at It's Queenie__, and Twitter at It's Simple_Queenie. Yes, don't forget to follow me there. So those are the disadvantages. I don't know if I'm missing anything else. Okay, I'm going to show you how to calculate the exchange rate. So as of today, the exchange rate is appreciating. So from naira to sefa, I'm hearing is about 560 or so. So it's appreciating, because the more dollar reduces, the more exchange rate get better from naira to sefa. The more dollar increases, the more exchange rate get better from sefa to naira. Right now, sefa to naira is not that good, because naira is appreciating against dollar. Do you understand? I don't want to sound confusing, because when I was about moving here, I had to change from sefa to naira, and it wasn't in my favor, because naira was appreciating against dollar. Do you understand? So if the exchange rate is 550, so they don't cheat you. I'm going to be putting screen record of my phone while calculating. If the exchange rate is 550, yeah, and you want to change 20,000 naira to sefa, all you're going to do is type 560 times 20. Whatever it gives you, that is the money they will give you in sefa. Do you understand? Now, if you're changing from sefa to naira, and the exchange rate is, because changing from sefa to naira, the exchange rate is usually higher. At the time I moved, I changed 2,000 naira. Yes, 1k sefa for 2,000 naira. Yes. So if you're changing sefa to naira and you're changing 10,000 sefa, you're going to say 2,000 times 10. So whatever you get is the amount they will give you in naira. I hope I'm not confusing you. So now, another disadvantage is not inside Benin Republic, the journey to Cotonou. Or it's not a disadvantage. These are things you need to know when you're coming. Get your international passport. If you don't want police wahala, you have to have your international passport. As a first timer, you have to have your international passport. I cannot stress this enough. They will stress you. Even if you have money, you will be stressed. They would collect money, you pass, but who wants that kind of stress? And then it's like over 15 checkpoints. So you're going to be paying money on each checkpoint if you don't have international passport. I've never paid money because I'm always prepared. So when I'm coming out here, you will stamp. You have to stamp if you're coming out, if you're leaving. There is an option to cross the border without stamping. There is that option, but I'm telling you the legal way. Oh, please, so that my video will know, nobody will come for me. The legal way, you have to stamp your passport. So if you're a first time and they're going to tell you to buy yellow card at the what's it called, at the border. They're going to tell you to buy buy yellow card at the border. Yes, you buy. They will try to run you straight, but open your eyes. Stamping is no more than 2,000 naira. It's no more than 2,000 naira. But if they see that your passport is clean, they know that you're JJC. So sorry, they will run you straight anyhow. So if you can get your yellow card, get. If you cannot get it, just get your international passport. So at least the stress at the road will not be too much. You get. Then there are other options now. There are private taxis available for taking you, especially if you're in Lagos, from the comfort of your home straight into Benin Republic. You get. There are options like that. It's either you use a private taxi. Because when my younger sister visited us January, yeah, from Lagos Airport, she booked a boat to my two park. From my two park, she picked a private taxi alone with AC and all that to the border, and then from the border she picked another private taxi from there to my house. So you can see, if you don't want all those jumping off or patching with people or entering inside public transport, there are options of using private taxi to make your movement. Like, it's so fast. If you have an international passport, nobody will stress you, honestly. That is an option. But if you don't have money and you're a student coming on a budget, just get to Lagos, yeah? Get to my two park. I don't know how to explain it, but get to my two park. You see them loading. You see all those cars that are going to these West African countries, Cotonou, Ghana, Togo, Lomé. You see them. Just enter the one from Cotonou. Just enter the one for Cotonou. Yes, they will take you to Seme border. That is where they will stop you. To Seme border. That's the name of the border. Now, from the border, you're going to cross the border with a bike. It's either you take a private taxi or you cross it with a bike. Choose one. So now, if you take a private taxi, fine. If you take a bike, now if you take a bike, you have two options. Either you stamp or you don't stamp. It's your choice entirely. So you take a bike and you cross the border. C'est fini. You're in Benin Republic. There's this other option of using speedboats. I used it when my dad died 2 years back, when I went back to Nigeria for his burial. I'll not advise you to, because I'm scared of water. That shit was scary. Though it's stress-free, yeah? Because no too much check. The checkpoints are there, but they are not disturbing you as a passenger. They are just talking to the drivers, you get. And then I got sunburn. So if you're using that boat, apply sunburn anywhere that is open, because you're going to stay like 3 hours on that water. Thank God for my life. I don't even know. Like, I was too emotional at that moment. I wasn't thinking. My normal self will never use water to travel. And I used water. And that was the first and the last time. That's because I didn't want to miss my flight. I had my flight that same day from Lagos to Port Harcourt. And I didn't want those delays on the road with the police officers. So I just had to use the water. And I almost missed my flight, but I didn't. So yeah, what else should you know about Benin Republic? Let me think. I think, okay, yes, another advantage is a lot of beaches. Beaches are there. I mean, I used to say you cannot be completely depressed in Cotonou because of beaches. I mean, if you're down, if you're feeling worried, just go and sit by the water. Waves will blow your worries away. It's not even cap. I've done it severally. Whenever I feel down, I just dress up, go to the beach, and sit by the water. You just feel yourself. You feel lighter. I don't know. There's something about nature. There's something about beach. There's something about nature that just soothes the body, that just soothes the spirit, that just calms you down. Do you get? So there are a lot of beaches, both private, public. And then another advantage is, if you're the type that like tourism, you like touring, you will tour. There are so many places to go, so many things. I didn't even go. I'm not an outdoor person yet, so I didn't even go to half of the beaches, 1/4 of the beaches. I think I can count how many beaches I went. I just went to Havana Beach. That's my to-go beach on and on, to go and chill. Then I went to Tahiti, yes. Which other beach have I been to? I went to, what's this one? There's this one. I've forgotten the name. There's this one I went to. I came out by 3 a.m. That one is beach and vibe. It has a whole lot of vibe. Which other beach? And then there's Joseph Beach. I think I visited like 3 or 4 beaches. That is it. Yes, and then they have a lot of cafes, and they make good coffees. They make good pastries. You're talking croissant, cakes, name them. They make good pastries, they make good coffee. They have a lot of cafes around. They can go chill, take coffee, go on simple dates. I did that a lot. So yes, that's another advantage. I don't know if it's an advantage. I'm just telling you randomly what Benin Republic Cotonou especially is like. There are a lot of Nigerians. They have places to live as a student, depending on the location of your school, yeah. But the places I would advise you to live is Avotru is good. Avoid Tanto. That was my last place I lived before I moved. I left Cotonou. Trash, 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 trash. Too busy, too noisy, too hectic, too no. But my first apartment I got when I moved to that country was at Avotru. I loved that place. It's called Dego Avotru. It's beautiful, so calm, so serene. And then I had to move because my house developed serious issues. Okay, so you would want to avoid living at Pekadis if you don't want to be tagged a prostitute. Yes, I don't judge people, yeah. But if you don't want that tag with you, you would avoid living in that place. Anywhere you hear Pekadis, even though houses are cheaper, and there is where you will find Nigerians. Like Nigerians choke for there. Nigerians food there, yeah. So, but you would want to avoid it if you don't want that tag because, you know, I don't want to say anything incriminating, but just you would want to avoid them and live in other places. There are nicer places too. Yes. So if you're currently planning on moving to Benin Republic as a business person, I wouldn't advise you to. I would advise you. They don't patronize businesses. Those people are very backward in life. Sorry to say, but they can be. They can be. Your business will dry. See, your business will dry except you have enough money to pump into promoting your business, then you can move. But as a student or as someone trying to survive, I would not advise anybody to move their business to Benin Republic. It's a no. It's a no for me. Stay in Nigeria. You have a large market, large audience. There can be 200 people doing one business in Nigeria and everybody will make it. Everybody will have his or her own client. But in Benin Republic, hey, you never even see client. And with the exchange rate itself, your fellow Nigerians will find it hard to patronize your work. Do you get? Because it's bad. Like rate is bad. If they should change if you give them the price of your services in Sefa and they change it to Naira and it's too much, they will not patronize you. Yes. They will not patronize you because they forget that you're also spending in Sefa. You pay rent in Sefa, you buy light bill in Sefa, you do everything in Sefa. So they will not patronize you. I think another disadvantage is that there are a lot of bills. Bills choke. I know there are bills everywhere, but there are bills everywhere. But to me, compared to Nigeria, I think bills are too much there. You pay for water. Unlike Nigeria, that if you rent an apartment, you have tank. Nobody cares. If you like pump water, if you like no pump water. You pay for water. Every month they give you a monthly water bill. And you pay for lights, prepaid, normal prepaid. Rent is monthly. And everything has tax in it. They collect tax for everything. Also, if you're searching for a house in Benin Republic, and that house is upstairs, make inquiries, ask questions. They usually have this water issue for houses that are upstairs. If that house doesn't have a pumping machine, you're not going to get water. You're going to find it difficult. If you're renting an apartment and the landlord say, we'll put pumping machine when you move in, tell him to put it before you move in. Else, sorry is your name. So now their mode of payment for house rent, you pay 3 months rent, 3 months caution. So you pay, let's say you're renting a self-contained as a student and it's 30k Sefa. You pay 3 months rent, 3 months caution, and you pay water caution and then agent fee. Agent fee is 1 month of whatever your rent is. So if your rent is 30k monthly, you give an agent 30k monthly. So let's do the calculation. I'm going to put a screen record. So 30 times 6, that's 3 months rent, 3 months caution. And 30 times 7. If the house is 30k Sefa monthly, so you say 30 times 7 because 3 months rent, 3 months caution, agent fee, which is extra 1 month caution, and then water caution is usual. If it's a house of 30k Sefa, your water caution should be around 15k to 20k Sefa. Do you get? Now, some landlord can take 3 months caution and 2 months rent, 3 months caution and 1 month rent, depending on how good the landlord is, on how flexible, on how understanding. Some make it flat, 3 months rent, 3 months caution, depending. Depends actually. The only time I paid 3 months rent and 2 months caution is this my house, previous house I just left to Nigeria. The rest was 3 months rent, 3 months caution. Do you get? Because it will give you time to prepare. Before that 3 months expire, you give you time to prepare for your next month rent. And I think I prefer the way Nigerians take their rent yearly, because this monthly rent, hey, you need to have a source of income to be doing monthly rent. If not, you will starve to pay rent. You will go hungry. Like literally starving, you will starve to pay rent. I don't think it's good, because and houses are expensive compared to Nigeria, because 3 months rent, 3 months caution will rent you a normal self-contained Nigeria if you change to Naira. And that's not even 6 months rent. That's just 3 months rent you paid for, because caution fee, you don't touch it until you're moving out. So you see, it's too much, it's expensive, but it's their way of doing things and it works for them. It's been working for them. Nothing changed in Benin Republic. The only thing that changed is Naira depreciating, which is making living there right now expensive. You know, as a few years ago, not few years, many years ago rather, if you have 10k Naira, yeah, and you change it to Sefa, you're getting 30k Sefa. I once visited Cotonou when rate was that good. I had a blast. I enjoyed myself. But now it's the other way around. They don't even want to rent to Nigerians again, because our money doesn't have value. They now make shakara to do business with us, to rent to us. Before, they'll be begging you to live in their houses, because they know that it's nothing in your currency. Do you get? But now they are the one making shakara for us. I pray Naira appreciates. I pray Naira appreciates. So these are all I can remember right now. If you have any questions you want to ask me, if you're planning on moving to Cotonou and you have any questions you want to ask me, do it to comment below, or you DM me privately on my socials, at Instagram at Simple Queenie, at TikTok as a Simple Queen. It's Queenie __, and at Twitter it's at Twitter it's at simple_queen. In fact, everything will be on my screen. So if you have any, I usually have DMs from people like, oh, I'm moving to Benin Republic Cotonou. I can see, because I have a business, my makeup business is on Instagram. I put makeup artists in Cotonou. So when people search for makeup artists in Cotonou, I pop up and they DM me and be like, oh, or they DM me on my business TikTok page and they DM me like, I'm moving to Cotonou, so time, this, and then they want to make inquiries, they want to ask questions. So if you have any questions, you want to move there as a student, as a worker, DM me or drop the comment below. I'm going to reply in my next video. If I remember anything, I'll do a part 2 of things you should know before moving to Benin Republic Cotonou. Or yes, things you should know before moving to Benin Republic Cotonou. So for now, that's all I can remember that's all I can remember for now. So au revoir. This is your PH girl signing out. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. Let me say it in French. This is your Port Harcourt. This is your Port Harcourt girl signing out. Je m'appelle Queenie. Je m'appelle Queenie. Hey! Hey! I cannot account for anything in that Cotonou. I cannot speak French. Je m'appelle Queenie, and this is me signing out from my YouTube channel. See you next time in my next video. Au revoir. Bye bye. See you next time. A plus tard. Yes, I will speak French. A plus tard. Bye, guys.